let's go. Well, today is Saturday. It's about the third weekend in March, and I'm headed out to Sunbreak. Sunbreak is our property out here in central Montana. Go out and take a look at what the road looks like. We haven't been able to get in for the last couple of months because it gets drifted in over the winter time. You can get out there on a snow machine or a snowmobile, but we just kind of wait it out and head back in the spring. So we'll see what it looks like. I might get there, I might not. Enjoy the ride. Well, that's not a good sign. Kind of shades of what's ahead, I'm afraid. Glad I didn't wash my car. My wheel wells will be packed with mud by the time I get back home. This is ranch land, raising cattle. This particular ranch is a small one by Montana standards. It's about 12,000 acres. Boys just hanging out there. We even got Texas Longhorns. Well, this don't look too promising at all. This might be the end of the line. It's still 5 more miles to go, and I don't know. Put it in 4-wheel drive here and see what happens. I don't know. Nobody's been in here for a while. At least a week. So much for the good road coming in. There's some pretty bad areas further on in, so I don't think I'll be making it out today. But we'll go a little further, take a peek. Just hope I don't get stuck somewhere. Well, this isn't too bad. Usually this is like 4 to 6 feet deep in here. I've gotten further than I thought I'd get already. This is always a particularly bad area through here. Well, I can't let myself feel too good about getting as far as I've gotten, because just before I get to my property, there's a steep hill, which is always muddy, and there's a spot where I cross the valley, and it's always really muddy. So the two worst areas are yet to come. So I don't have any hopes of getting up them, and my hope is that I don't get to feeling all gung-ho and get myself into trouble. We see all kinds of wildlife through this area. There's deer and elk, antelope, wolves. Up on my property, I know there's black bear, grizzly bear, mountain lions, coyotes. Of course, got the coyotes out here too. We got everything with fangs. Up here on the left-hand side is a old settler's cabin built up out of hand-hewn logs. They're all squared up, all done by hand from the late 1800s. It's warm enough to open up the window. It's up to 46 degrees outside. Didn't intend to get balmy weather. Well, it's probably hard to tell from the video, but it's been a steady climb coming up here. And since I started the video, we've gone up about 1,000 feet. One thing I know for sure, the last part of this is going to be a walk into the property, about the last quarter of a mile. It'll be a couple more weeks, I'm positive, before it thaws out enough to be able to drive in. But we'll see. All right, this may be the end of the line. This is that hill I was talking about. We'll have to check this out. Stand by. Well, I just walked up the road there a bit, and it ain't good, but hey, I'll give it a try. We'll just see what happens. All right. I will be amazed if I get through this. Come on, baby, let's go. Holy moly, I don't believe it. Well, at least it's downhill going back. Well, there's still more hill to go here, though. These things divert the runoff into the ditch. Okay, big drift over the road here. Not to the top yet. Well, I'm not believing that we made that, especially that spot at the bottom. Okay, we got one more real bad area to go through. And if I get through that, I know I can get in. Okay, right up here where the road makes this 90 to the right, this tends to be touch and go. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Son of a gun. Uh-oh, uh-oh, come on, baby, let's go. Come on, baby, let's go. Come on, baby, let's go. Whoo! Well, I'm from where I can walk in from here. I'm going to park it. I'm only a couple hundred yards short of where I normally stop anyway, so we'll just park it out here. Call it good. Well, okay. I think I'll take my snowshoes with me. Yep. Let me turn this off for a minute until I get all suited up. All right. Let's head in. No way I would have made it through here with the car. May have to put the snowshoes on. Around the corner, I know it's going to be real deep. But hey, I'm almost there. Probably another 10 minutes of walking and I'll be at Sunbreak. Yeah, looks like it might rain. I might have to chain up to go back out of here when I get back to the car, if that happens. Mainly just because of the mud, I think. But we'll see. Our property lays, it starts at the kind of the base of that rock face and then comes down. Kind of can't quite see it because the trees are in the way now. Beautiful aspens. Comes down, goes through the bottoms down there. I'll show you more in a minute. But it's a good thing I brought the snowshoes. Well, it's been a while since I've worn snowshoes. First thing I did was I fell flat on my face. But I think I got it down now. Got to remember to pick up your feet. Well, this fence line marks the entrance, and the property goes down through those trees. There's a creek that runs down there, down through the aspen trees right in front of us. And in a distance there, you can see our barn. It's rectangular in shape, and we're on the long side of the rectangle. And then that's our cargo trailer. It's a 25-foot cargo trailer we insulated and converted into a cabin. And then the property goes up the hillside there. We're fortunate we've got a couple of springs above us, and one of the projects I'm going to take you along on is the development of one of those springs. Here in a few weeks we're going to be finishing that off and bringing water down to the trailer. And then down below, down near the creek, there's a half a dozen more springs down there, so we've got plenty of fresh water. Good grazing land. It's just 20 acres, but you know, you could put a couple cows in here and you know, and do all right if you had to. Hope the wind noise isn't too much. This is the first time I've used one of those fur balls on my microphone, so hope it's working. Because there is a bit of a breeze. Man, I'm out of shape sitting around all winter long. One of the purposes of this piece of land, though, is to keep me healthy. The reason we call it Sunbreak is you should see what happens when the sun peeks out. Oh my goodness. This place lights up. It's incredible. God's beauty. Well, pretty muddy right now. This is a lower campsite. Underneath these great big Douglas firs. And I'm gonna get my snowshoes off now and go down along and check the creek out. Check the springs down here. Just see what's happening. This is my first time out this spring. Stand by. Well, if you're getting a lot of wind noise before, my apologies. I didn't have my mic plugged in, my lapel mic. Sorry about that. I guess the snow here is about 6 inches deep. Hope I don't fall on my butt. You can see the spring is flowing here. You can see it right there. That's one of them. We don't use this water though because the spring water comes right out of the creek bed, so everything kind of settles, you know. So you'd get coliform bacteria if you try drinking that water. You can boil it, it'd be all right. And coming up the other side, horses have been in here. We allow the neighbors' horses in during the winter because our hillside tends to stay clear of snow because of the wind, and the horses have feed. I see the cover is blowing off my spring over here. And it appears to be overflowing. That means the drain is probably frozen on the other end. This water here is safe to drink. I'm going to have to get that covered up though. I guess my job is cut out for me for the day. And the deer like to hang out down here. And gotta watch though, this is a pathway along the creek here for the mountain lions and the bears. They come down through here too. And the bears are just coming out of hibernation too. But gotta watch yourself. Well, what I need to do is put an overflow on this spring. In the springtime when the main line is frozen, to keep it from going over the edge like that. Okay. Nope. Dang it. Thought I had. No, I did. There it goes. Finally. works on suction. The water level is regulated by the bottom of this particular 90 here. So the water level in the pond will go down to here. Well, this is inside the cabin. Looks like it made it through the winter all right. No sign of mice. That's always a good thing. It's got a propane heater furnace there. We don't use it much. Usually use the wood burner. Nice view out the window. I got a bigger wood burner that's going in. That's one I made out of an ammo can. And it cranks out a lot of heat, but I got a bigger wood burning stove going in this spring that I've already purchased, cleaned up and ready to go in. Galley area. Up front is a compost toilet and a shower. Got hot water. One of those little on-demand heaters, works real well. Nice and cozy here. We like it. I'm just walking up to the top of the property. I spotted this herd of deer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All does, muley buck or muley deer. Got some babies with them. Hope I'm not disturbing them. I have a little work to do up here. Well, we're near the top of the property. It's a nice spot to build a cabin up here if a person wanted to. The view is amazing. Just love it. This is looking up towards the top of the property, and the water you see here is coming right out of the ground right there. And this is the spring we developed. I'm going to be doing a video on this one. It was a seat coming out the side of the hill, and the reason we use this one is because the water just continues to come out of it all year long, no matter what. This one spring never stops. So we're going to go ahead and develop this one with a tank and run it on down to the trailer. Well, I ended up doing a lot more work in here today than I thought I was going to be able to. But now I'm just having a cup of coffee and getting ready to head back out. So maybe I'll show you a little bit about the trip out. We'll see. I'm just hoping I don't have to chain up. It's been thawing a little bit today, so it's a little more slushy out there. But it's downhill, so that's a plus.